Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, Catherine.
On today's Aleene's Creative Living, we are excited to inspire you.
We have Aleene's Angels Made Easy from Oxmoor House.
A woven delight afghan from Salusia.
A Valentine's Day celebration with plaid.
And to start off today's crafting bonanza, Patty is here with Joan Fee to get lit up with Shrink It.
Stay tuned.
We are getting ready for Valentine's Day, and we've got some great ideas. And here's Joe to show us some good stuff.
Hi, Patty. We're always thinking a little bit ahead, so we're going to be making some Shrink It. These are tea lights and a candle holder out of the Aleene. Shrink It, quick and easy, yet sophisticated.
It is so darling. This Bobuchet is just the cutest. Now, did you actually make these little things on here?
Right, they're just out of Shrink It, and actually I stole this from you and Darcy, the idea about this, but I brought in the Shrink It little element to that, and you can personalize it.
I love it. And you've actually put it on a little lampshade with a votive on the inside.
Right.
It's
little
so
romantic
cute.
evening or to dress up a special room.
Well, now you couldn't just have this for just Valentine's. I mean, you could use it for lots of different ideas, couldn't you?
Sure. You can use fabric, and you can, say if you're making curtains or something, you can go in and trace the little design on your curtains and personalize a little tea light for your bedroom or whatever room.
You know, I can even see this being used maybe for a charm bracelet, Joan.
I've done that.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. You'll have to check your back SASCs and look for that instruction. But I love Shrink It. I've been playing with it for years and years since I think it came out. But it's so great to gather the kids around the oven and look in there and watch it shrink and everything. It's just so much fun.
Well, what's up with this opaque and clear? Are those, what is that about?
The opaque is kind of a translucent, so that means you can put your pattern underneath it and trace it very easily, and you put it in the oven and it shrinks to a pearly white.
Oh.
And then the clear is clear when you shrink it too. So if you want kind of a, like, what comes to mind, like a fish bowl, if you wanted to put little fish and things, you can see right through that.
See, and then we've also got a plastic.
The crafting plastic, that's great too if you want to make some like sun catchers or things like that. It's all of these are great products. And also you want the Aleene's Shrink It baking board. You have to have that if you're doing the Aleene Shrink It.
Okay.
That's a must.
Well, let's get into this and see how to do it.
This is one of those things. You don't even need a pattern. I have purchased a punch. And very easy to do. The Shrink It is actually very thin when it starts out, but it shrinks to the thickness of a nickel, and it also shrinks 60%.
60%.
So I'm starting off with this punch that's about 1 inch across, but once I shrink it, it goes down to about 1/4 of an inch or so, a little bit bigger than that. But you also need to remember that if you're going to make little charms out of it, like we're doing here, you need to come in ahead of time and punch your holes in there, because it does get really thick.
It's really important, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm going to put some in the oven here. These don't take very long since they're pretty small little guys here.
Now I see you've got something on there besides just your Shrink It. What is that?
That is baby powder, and that's another little secret that helps with your Shrink It. It kind of gives a little cushion so your Shrink It shrinks up nice and even.
Now, how did you get some of these red?
What I did, and you can use your own judgment. You can color them ahead of time, or you can color them when they're shrunk. Today I decided to do it afterwards. And you notice that I didn't sand the Shrink It. Usually if you're using colored pencils, or we've used chalk, and what other wonderful things can we use? I can't think of things,
yeah, you can use paint and markers too.
But we need to roughen up the surface if you're going to use those. But since I'm using the permanent pen, I don't need to do that today.
Oh, I see they're curling.
They're curling. They sure are. And I set the oven about 275 to 300 degrees for the opaque. On the clear, you need to bring it down to about 250.
So if we forget what you're saying, it's actually...
It's all on the package, and we're actually coming out with a new Shrink It book too, so look forward to that with all kinds of fun projects. But we're just letting it shrink. Just take a little bit.
Okay, now you've got something else going over here with this little circle. What's that? With the plastic? Is it a Bobuchet?
Let me back up just a teeny bit. We'll take these are our little hearts that are all cut out, all punched out and shrunk already. We just come in with our pins and paint it very easily. Or you can leave some of them white. I've also used a gold permanent pen.
I really like the gold too, Joan.
Isn't that neat? And that covered so well. I was really surprised.
It almost looks like it's metallic, doesn't it?
Right. So now back to our circle.
Yes.
This is the Aleene's crafting plastic, and I've just cut out a circle that's a little bit larger than my candle stick, and I've also cut out the hole. And then we come in and we, with a paper punch again, just do 4 little holes around there. And then I come in with my Aleene's crafting tools, and these are great. This is a flat nose plier. I use it for like everything because it doesn't leave any little dinks or anything on my jump rings.
And then you just fasten all your little charms on there. I
sure
see
do.
we've got some great little trinkets in there.
Cute little teenies.
Well, this has been great fun, Joan. It's always fun when you're with us. Thanks.
Thanks, Patty.
The instructions for the Lit Up with Shrink It are featured in the January issue of Aleene's Creative Living magazine. If you would like to order the Aleene Shrink It and Crafting Plastic Get Acquainted Kit number 48981 for $12.99 plus shipping and handling, call anytime at 1-800-825-3363. Coming up next, we'll look inside Aleene's Angels Made Easy by Oxmoor House.
We love showing you ways to turn ordinary things into extraordinary treasures, and now we've put many of the great craft ideas presented on the show right at your fingertips with Aleene's Creative Living magazine. Each issue is filled with over 25 project instructions, gallery of crafts ideas, full-size patterns, free instruction sheet offers, and more. Subscribe to Aleene's Creative Living magazine and receive 12 project-packed issues for only $29.95. Also ask about our risk-free offer. Call 800-825-3363 or send check or money order to the address on the screen.
Well, if you love angels the way I do, this is going to be just the book for you. And here to show us is Heidi.
I love angels too. This is Aleene's Angels Made Easy. It's a wonderful book of all kinds of designs of angels, and it's by Oxmoor House, and I love it.
And did you do all these angels?
I did them all. I did them all, and I just love it.
This is
it's
a wonderful
my favorite book. And I wanted to show you even what's even more special about this book is the table of contents. You've never seen a table of contents like this.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Isn't that wonderful?
So it's got a photo and then the name of the chapter and where you find it.
Isn't that wonderful? So it shows you all the different angels. There's a lot of angels in here.
There are,
Let's see,
Heidi.
3, 6, there's about almost 50 angels in here.
My goodness.
Ooh. Let's get started and show you what we have today. The first ones that I brought are the little autumn angels.
Oh, these are so
Aren't they cute? You know, again, it's a technique. I always talk about techniques, but these could be spring, they could be winter, whatever, just changing the fabric. You know, I made them with the little autumn colors, but just by changing the fabric, you could have all kinds of, just the different seasons for the little angels. And I wanted to show you in the book, this is the picture of it in the book, and like always, Oxmoor House does such a beautiful job of photographing all the designs. I just love what they do. And the next one is a fun one. Isn't this great?
This is great. Now, this is a really glitzy bag, girlfriend.
Isn't it? This is Angels Can Fly Because They Take Themselves Lightly.
Oh, I wish we all did that.
Yes, wouldn't that be wonderful?
This is a wonderful project.
And also, it's a great technique because it's using freezer paper as a stencil.
You're kidding.
So it's very inexpensive, it's fun to do, and you can, any pattern you want to do. But
so it tells you all how to do that in here.
Exactly. Okay, the next project we have, this is a great project too, inexpensive. We have the fun foam and the foam core where we make our own stamp.
Oh,
and
that's another great technique, like you say.
Yeah, there's lots of techniques. Now here you can do it on cards and a bag, and then the little dress that we just showed you is right here, and we have it even where you put 3 of them across. So
I think I like that one the best.
Very versatile.
Yes.
I like the colors in this one. I put copper and gold in that one.
Love it, Heidi.
Okay, what's next? Oh, Ooh, this is a good one too. These are all just so great. We get so excited. The Guardian Gourmet. This is the kitchen angel. Isn't she cute?
Yes, she is. She'd be a great shower gift, wouldn't she?
Yes. Everybody needs a kitchen angel, don't you think?
Oh, I do.
Don't you love her pots and pans? I found those. They were magnets.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
right?
isn't that cute?
Yes.
Very fun to do. Okay, what else have we got here?
What else you got?
Pillows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know, pillows are very important for home decor.
I just cannot get enough pillows.
And when you can put a little message on them too is great. There's joy, and also I did one with love. And I think that that's very important to kind of remind us to be joyful and to love. Just to have those in our home decor, maybe in the bedroom or even you know, on our couch, and design them to go with your decor.
Yes.
You know, what I made, you know, may not go, but you surely can take some little pieces of fabric and make them to match your own decor. Wonderful gifts too.
You could even do that with tapestries, couldn't you?
Definitely.
I would love that.
And we have the pots. Now these are, they're called Earth Angel pots. Again, I'm using the same procedure of the fun foam and the foam core, and just painting on, and very simple to do, just taking clay pots and embellishing them.
Well, it looks very elegant, very department store Heidi.
Isn't it cute? Let's kind of go through the book too. We got some time here to.
Okay.
What else we have? We have jewelry.
Oh.
Some button jewelry. Oh, look at this one, a tree topper.
Oh, that's great.
I just love this book.
Now, do you have all these angels posted in your home?
No, I wish I did. I have to keep them here to show them to
I don't know
everybody
if
to
you have
share.
room for the people if you had them all in your home.
But look at, here's a wind chimes. This is made out of brown bag. So there's all
really?
kinds of fun things to do. Tooth angel, gotta have your tooth angel.
Oh, that is so creative. Well, Angels Made Easy is just one of those must-have books, Heidi. Thank you so much for being here today.
It was fun.
Coming up next, a Woven Delight Afghan from Solutia. But first, here's information on how you can order Aleene's Angels Made Easy from Oxmoor House.
Create a little heaven on earth with Aleene's Angels Made Easy. Over 50 projects you can craft from everyday items you have around the house. With step-by-step instructions, complete material lists, full-size patterns, and full-color photos, your results will be nothing less than miraculous. Call now for your free 30-day preview. Keep it and we'll bill you in 4 easy installments of just $6.24 each plus shipping and handling. So give Aleene's Angels Made Easy a try. Call 1-800-825-3363 today.
We have a woven delight for you today, and joining me is Gloria Tracy from Solutia. Welcome.
Well, thanks for asking me back, Patty. It's good to be here.
It's always a delight for you to be here.
Well, I've brought a wonderful Afghan from Spin Right. It's made of Barella 4, good old Barella 4 with bounce-back fibers in 168 colors.
Oh, my.
Yes. And this is a favorite motif. It's usually called a granny square. Some people call it a friendship square. But it's a favorite motif, but it's got a kind of a modernized way of putting it together. Very clean lines, and it's woven. It's called the woven Afghan. But what I'd like to show you today is to clarify how to go from one round to another.
Oh, okay.
And I've completed our starting chain and the first round, and I'm just reaching the end of my second full round, and our instructions will say chain 1 and then slip stitch to the top of the turning chain from the row below. And a slip stitch just comes all the way through, and then it said slip stitch to the next 3 chain space, which is right there. And the way you do that, if you go over and just slip stitch right in it, it kind of crunches it up. But if you slip stitch in each of those little stitches going over there, you can travel. It's a good traveling stitch without adding any height.
Oh.
So there's my last one. I'm in my there. Look at that.
And
You
you have
can't
a
even
nice
tell
square.
that's there. That's
Oh,
right.
that's great.
And I'm ready to chain 3 and start on the motif around.
Wow.
You know, Afghans are probably our favorite project to do.
Oh, yes, because they're so portable.
That's right, they're portable, and this one it can be done in motifs, so it's a good traveling project. But now you can use your love of Afghans, or all of our viewers can use their love of Afghans and also share their love and comfort with seriously ill children around the world.
Oh, is that right? Tell me about this, Gloria.
Well, you know, there are 165 Ronald McDonald houses, and those houses give care and comfort to the families of seriously ill children. And there is a Ronald McDonald Afghan contest going on right now, and that gives our viewers a chance to share their love of making Afghans with their love of helping children, and what a wonderful thing to do with your time.
You are so right. I can't imagine just how much of an impact this might be having.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you, there are there's a grand prize of $1,000 plus 2 first prizes, $500 in cash and over $250 in gifts, and 20 honorable mention prizes of over $100 in gifts each.
Can just anyone participate?
Yes, they can. The real prize, though, is the joy that you get in making it and taking part in this contest.
You're so
and
right.
the way they can, they can find out how by checking in the Better Homes and Gardens, current issue of Better Homes and Gardens Craft Magazine.
Yes.
And
or they can even call our operators
yes,
and
they
find
can.
out about it.
Yes, they can. So they would start by finding a copy of Better Homes and Gardens at their favorite newsstand or calling here, and then they would pick a pattern. It can be either an original design of their own or a favorite Afghan pattern that they've already made. And they choose then a bounce-back fiber, wonderful bounce-back fibers to make it out of, and get started and have it done. I think it's by March, to have it in by March.
What a lovely idea. And these yarns are just wonderful. The bounce back, and they are such gorgeous colors. They're scrumptious.
That's right. Yes, they are. And you know, those kids are going to enjoy these Afghans for the kids and their parents will enjoy these Afghans for this special time in their lives.
Well, you know, there's nothing more comforting than an Afghan. Anything that's been made for me like that's been given to me from my family is just a really precious commodity in my house.
You know, and I think and to work on them too, because if you're working on them, when you're putting it together, you have that wonderful Afghan on your lap, so you can enjoy it before you send it off to
Well, and all that
Afghan
time
contest.
you are thinking about that person too. Thank you so much for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you would like to write for free instructions, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to J298 Woven Delight Afghan. Coming up next, we'll have a Valentine's Day celebration with plaid. Well, now's the time to get ready for Valentine's Day, and joining me today is Barbara from Plaid. Welcome.
Thank you, Patty. It's great to be here today. And I'm going to show you some simple ways to decorate for Valentine's Day using Plaid's Apple Barrel Glossy enamels and decorator blocks.
Well, I love painting on glass, and you've even done this on a candle.
Yes, isn't this cute?
It is.
The Apple Barrel Gloss enamels are indoor-outdoor paints, so they have a sealer in them.
Oh,
so
is that
we don't
right?
even have to put a varnish over this. You just paint it and you're ready to go.
Well, you've got it on ceramics. I see with this cute little heart, and you've done all the sayings on the top. This is adorable.
Isn't it fun? And it's so simple and easy. Just a couple steps and you've got a decorative piece for Valentine's Day.
Now this one, did you paint it on the top of the plate or underneath?
That's painted underneath so that you can use the glass plate to put cookies on or your desserts or whatever.
And then you've got a Cupid over here.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
And that's what I'm going to show you how to do today.
Okay.
We're going to use the decorator blocks and the Apple Barrel Glossy enamels. This is what the decorator blocks look like when they come. And this one has a horn. You can also use this as an angel during Christmas time.
Oh, that's a great idea.
But I'm going to use it as a Cupid. So I'm just going to lay a thin amount of Apple Barrel Glossy enamel on here.
Well, I'm glad you're showing us that, because I would have just filled up the plate and just dunked it in there.
It's easier if you just put it on the block itself. And I'm not going to put it on the horn. I'm going to use it without the horn.
Okay.
Then I'm going to lay it on my surface, gently press all the way around. Now I'm on glass, so it's going to slide a little bit. And we have a handle, and it lifts off.
That's the neatest thing, is that little handle.
Isn't that great? Now you can come in here and you can just gently wipe off any of the excess or take a Q-tip to do it. And then you let it dry for just a few minutes and go back with your brush and do a second coat to make it thicker. And I'm just patting the paint on here. Just tap, tap, tap to get a nice thick coverage.
Well, now some people would probably like the haziness of the first
Right.
stamping, but if they don't, they can make it more opaque with more paint.
That's right, they can. And you can go in with a round brush and get into the nice little areas by just patting the paint on there. So you do a second coat, and then you let it dry. And on glassware, we want it to dry for 48 hours. And then after that, you're going to put your glassware in a cool oven. You're going to heat your oven up to 325 degrees so that the glassware and the oven temperature raise together. And then at that point, you leave it there for 10 minutes, turn the oven off, let them both cool down together, and then your surface is ready to be used.
Now, if we forget any of this, we can look on this paint bottle and find out
That's
all that
right.
we need to know. And you've got a great book, and you've also got, what else is over there, Barbara?
We have some of the Stamp Decor brush cleaner, which you can clean your decorator blocks with. And I also want to show you very quickly how to do the sayings. After you have painted your pieces, you just want to take a permanent pen, felt tip marker. You want to make sure that you've already set this in your oven.
Okay.
And then you're just going to go and outline with little stitches around your hearts, and then put in your little saying, which is kiss me or love me. Isn't that sweet?
That's the best part, yes. Now, you've also got a little piece of paper here that comes with these stamps, and it gives you all kinds of ideas, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's like our little cheat sheet. If you are feeling like you don't know exactly how you want to design your piece, this will help you to show you how many different surfaces you could put it on and different designs you can do.
I would love to see how you did this little glass over here.
Isn't this cute?
Yes.
And it's so simple. All you're going to use is the back handle of your brush, and you're going to put a generous amount of your paint on it. You're going to come over to your glass piece and you're going to make a dot. Come back and get another generous amount of paint and make another dot that touches it. You want to load it each time you do a dot, because then you'll have more of the exact size of the other dot that you put down. Then with a toothpick, you're just going to comb the two dots into a point, and voila.
Oh, I
there's your little
love
heart.
it.
Is that
Now,
cute?
that's why I love TV, because we can stand here and do this and know exactly how that's done. Now, you'll stay around for today's Watch and Win winner today,
Oh,
won't
I'd
you?
love to.
Okay, Barbara, thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Coming up next, today's Watch and Win winner.
How would you like to watch and win on Aleene's Creative Living? Well, it's easy. Every day we pick a lucky viewer's name during the show. If you hear your name announced, just call us that day and claim your prize. It's that simple. Perhaps you'll win one of these great kits. Now it pays to watch Aleene's Creative Living. To enter, send your name and address to A614 Aleene's Watch and Win, P.O. Box 9500, Buellton, California 93427. Enter today, and maybe you'll be one of our lucky daily winners.
It's time for Watch and Win, and today's Watch and Win prize is the Shrink It and Crafting Plastic Get Acquainted Kit, valued at $12.99. And today's Watch and Win winner is, what do you got for us there, Barbara? It's from Trudy Lee Clark from Everett, Pennsylvania. Call us anytime at 1-800-825-3363 to claim your Watch and Win prize. Thanks, Barbara.
Thank you.
Coming up in the second half hour, we'll learn more about the Creative Living Network. Welcome back to the second half hour of Aleene's Creative Living. You'll find more of the crafts you're looking for right here, so join us as we unleash the crafting potential of your home computer, challenge Heidi's imagination with one of your letters, and discover a creative surprise from Nuco. But first, joining me is Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Patty.
This is a great thing to learn about today. It's the Creative Living Network, right?
We're here to talk about the Creative Living Network again.
And I see some great projects over here.
We're sharing today the Down Home Country Creative Gift Assortment.
These are covered with sunflowers and some great ribbon, wheat, all kinds of things.
Right, remember the Creative Living, the network Creative Gift Assortments have all those projects in one kit. So there's 5 projects in one kit.
That's incredible. You get all this stuff in one box, right?
Everything except the glue or the glue gun to glue it together. We think that all the crafters would already have that. But you get all of the materials, and the instructions on how to put it all together. And in your opportunity pack, when you get it, you get all of the instructions on how to price it and what to charge for it, so you can make money from it. Because the concept with the Creative Gift Assortments is you make up these made-up projects and then sell them for a profit.
Now the products like the lotions and stuff, does that come with it too?
No, they don't come in the kits anymore. We started out that way when we first introduced the network, but we responded to reps' input and took it out of the kits and brought the retail prices of the kits down. And if you want to buy it, we still have it available separately, but where you can pick and choose the stuff you want to keep to put in your gift.
I really like that idea. And I think this is going to really be a good thing for lots of different people because we have so many categories to choose from.
We have lots of categories. We have Down Home Country, we have Victorian, French Country, English Garden, Back to Nature, and Botanicals.
These are some great
There's 6
categories.
to choose from.
Yeah.
I had to go to my cheat notes here on the table.
Well, there's so many of them, and I think there's enough here for everybody.
There's something for everybody. And we don't just have the creative gift assortments, but we also have the home party, the workshop kits in every one of those categories too. We'll be talking about those next month.
Okay. What else have we got to share today?
I thought today we talk a little bit more about the training programs that we have. And in the opportunity pack here in tab 3, it starts to talk about our training programs. There's a lot of training in the opportunity pack, but separately we have the training programs available to purchase.
I see.
There's 5 different training programs. And the training program has 6 audio cassettes and a workbook in each one of them. And if you start out with Guiding Your Success.
Right.
The Guiding Your Success one, that's kind of a general getting yourself started. We learned very early on in the network, when we were developing the network, that we had to work on representative self-confidence to help them have the self-confidence necessary to be in business. Then after we build the self-confidence, then we can move on to creative selling, which is another one of the components, another one of the training programs, where we teach the reps how to sell. It's a real low-key selling. It's the mechanics and the psychology of selling. So they understand the selling process and what the psychology of the way that people make the decision-making process when they're buying.
Oh, I see.
We help them with that. Goal setting, taking on the future. We teach them about how important it is to set their goals.
That's so
and
important.
how to do that, and how important those goals are. We talk a lot about if you don't know what your goal is and you don't have it mapped out and written on paper, you can't get there.
Right.
It's like your road map. If you don't have that goal, you can't draw the map on how to get there. And it's really important to draw that out with some detail. And the workbook and that training program really gets into that. Inspiring Greatness is another training program. That's about leadership.
Oh.
In the leadership program, we know that when you're building a network marketing program, when the representative is building that, and they're building a downline, that's kind of a network marketing term, that's all the people you recruit that are underneath you. You build that downline, you become a leader. And a lot of people need to be educated on how to become a leader and how to really help people that are working under them in their downline.
Well, it's like this takes out the intimidation that you might have unless you have this type of a training tool.
These training programs are great not just for the network, but other than the Quick Start program, which we haven't talked about yet, we'll talk about it another day, the first 4 training programs are great for any business.
Wow.
Anything that you want to do in business.
Well, I would think that any organization would even be improved with this.
As a representative, you could take this and actually sell this training to corporations. This training is top quality training.
That is a great idea. And you could also do that with the Creative Gift Assortment. You could sell that to corporations.
Absolutely. You could make up those finished gift projects and you could sell those to corporations. You could sell them to your friends. Give them away as gifts.
Possibilities are endless, aren't they? Thank you. This has been fun.
Thanks for having me again. If you're interested in more information about the Creative Living Network, call us toll-free at 877-471-4256 or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to CLN1 Creative Living Network.
Coming up next, we'll design photo stickers with Michaels.
I'm so amazed at what we can create on our computers these days.
We should have expected it, I suppose. And as a matter of fact, I brought Joanne in here with me because you're going to tell, you're the expert, Joanne.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to tell us all about what's available for